Good morning, everybody, and happy Thanksgiving. Currently filming on the Flip 4 because I am working on getting the SmallRig set up with all the accessories that I mentioned last night. I got the handle on it right now, which was an absolute pain in the butt. But, yeah, there it is. So, I'm going to go over all these new things that I've gotten. But happy Thanksgiving, first of all, to everybody who celebrate. I guess it's more of an American thing, but nonetheless, it's a big holiday for the United States, so. But yes, Priya, I know, but right now I got some cleaning things to do, and I figured, well, it'd just be easier just to pull this out right at the moment, because it works really well with the snap grip. I did put the snap grip on it last night. It does fit just nicely fits. And I'm going to go over some more details with the SmallRig. And I'm going to kind of lay out my mounting options now for vlogging. I did pull out the secondary handle that I mentioned about last night. We'll go over all that later on. But right now, I got some things to do. I just want to say good morning and not let the morning get away from me. What are you being so noisy for, huh? What are you being so noisy? Yes. Okay, yeah. She's excited. She's excited. Daddy, you haven't left us yet. Yay. I know, Princess, I know. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I guess you don't want to pet. You don't want pets? Okay. My God, you're laughing. All right. Okay. Okay. Settle down. You're gonna give yourself sick. I think she's telling everybody happy Thanksgiving. So I mentioned I was going to pull out everything from this year in the video, so I wanted to kind of go over. So I just ordered the brand new SmallRig. This is the iPhone 14, the 13, and the 12. The difference between the 12 is I've pulled the back plate off to fit it on the 13 for a while. The back plates, the reason this plate is on here is actually, these are the M mount for the moment lenses. They have the little niche here. I also have a filter system that I can attach. Honestly, with the iPhone, unless you're doing with like Filmic or a Pro app, it doesn't seem to really make much of an effect. Might put a little bit of a sunglass effect on it, but it doesn't help enough the way I'd like it to. But all these are M mounts. This one, the M mount is actually off of it, like I said, to fit it onto the 13 prior. Until I got the 13s. The difference is the camera modules have changed, so this doesn't fit the 14, this doesn't fit the 13 or the 14. I mean, you can fit this one, I could use just as a cage on the 14, but you wouldn't be able to mount anything to it. And I kind of wanted to show the design changes throughout the last couple of years. This was a very bulky case. Not to say that these ones aren't, but they're less, minorly. Great little cases, or cages, they're not cases, mainly because on the bottom of it you get 4 quarter 20 threads. On the top of it you get 2 more and a cold shoe mount. On the other side here you get 4 more mounts, another cold shoe mount, and on the bottom, cold shoe mounts. Yeah, pretty decent room here to plug in power or audio like I'm doing right now with the Flip 4. This one here, I noticed this last night after I was kind of playing with it when the video ended. On both the first generation for the 12, you had, this was actually 4 pieces. And they're very easy to open. There's a little unlock button. This mechanism hasn't really changed a whole lot. So you just open it up, slide your case in. But I've had to tighten these screws up on this one quite a bit. This one's actually quite sturdy right now. It wasn't for a while. Very jiggly. So you kind of have to monitor that. The reason I mention that is because on the brand new one for the 14, this is 1 piece all the way around to the top. So again, just press the button, unlock. They do have padding in all of these so you don't scratch your phone. The nice thing they did was, on the last 2 generations, they've added, the rubber actually comes up into the cold shoe mounts. So we get a little bit of traction right here. Instead of on the original version for the 12, it was solid metal. And it was very hard to grip any type of cold shoe to it. You had to tighten it down to all your might. Like I said, they all have the same mechanism to open. And in fact, the last 2 generations, they've added little claps, little locks here, so it can't go beyond on the top. It locks it in really nice. Phone slide in pretty easy. Like I said, this is all for the, now these, they do come for both the Pro and the Pro Max, and it would fit the Pro would fit the smaller phones as well, but you wouldn't have all the cameras. I don't know how that would line up. But this was the original handle I got with this one, and basically you put your phone in. So let me think here. That would be, yeah, that would be your top. Nice little thumb. This guy will thread into one of the quarter 20s if I could get it to thread, but it gives you a decent, grip. Now, the problem with this one here is, which has been updated with the new handle. Now this has got it set up with my entire Rode wireless, because it has a cold shoe mount on the top of it, and it also has a USB chargeable Bluetooth button. And I've kind of snaked my cable through the handle to kind of get it out of the way, and when I have it hooked up, I kind of tuck it through more so that it's out of my way, so I'm not catching it. Again, same style. The one difference though is I have an Allen key that comes with it, and when you're tightening it up, it is nice because there's holes in here for the Allen key to go through to give it a little extra oomph to get a little bit tighter. Because I mean, you got pretty good grips on there. It's like diamond cut, but this one actually has the Allen key hidden in the bottom of it, so you have it with you at all times, and there's a magnet in there that holds it from falling out. On the bottom of this one, it looks like this may pop down. I don't know. I haven't figured that out, and there's nothing in the instructions on how to do it. But I think the batteries are actually in the handle here. It's without this whole gizmo on top. It's actually quite light compared to this one. This one's a much heavier handle. So they lightened it up, but they've added batteries. Don't know how they did it. Technology. But you mount this one on with the Bluetooth. Gives you just a little better, gives you the option, the controllability of your device to start recording or snapping photos. I guess that's pretty tight by hand, because you do have some pretty decent, like I said, it's diamond cut, so there's some grip there. So the Allen key might not be such a big situation. But when you put it together, now you actually have shooting control as well. Very helpful, instead of touching your screen. The one thing I'm really wishing some of these controls would come with would be a way to work with maybe the Mimo app, since it has a remote zooming capability with the Osmos. It would be really neat to have something like this with that same type of, zoomability. Because touching your screen, honestly, when you're filming, isn't the easiest or the smoothest way. Now, this actually was ordered. This is a top handle. I hooked it up earlier, but it's very challenging to get on. Very challenging. If you put it on, you're not going to take it off. But if you're doing like low angle shots, it's got a nice thing. It also has a cold shoe mount built in with a lock. So if you clip something in there, it'll actually lock it, which is a nice feature. I actually literally just opened this last night, or this morning. I've had this since this generation. So since the iPhone 12, never opened the box because just didn't know what to use it for. Like I said, these are nice because I'll use this guy here, because with the M mount, you got your little tabs, and you can add lenses pretty easily to get, this is the Moment 18mm, and then I have the Moment 170-degree angle lens. So the issue though is stabilization. This really goofs, at least with the iPhone 13, it really messed with the stabilization, and the iPhone 12. But if you're doing something stationary, you're doing a time lapse, you want a wide angle, but you want to use your best lens, this will definitely help you get that. Now, it will give you a bit of a fisheye effect. You can use the Moment app, and it will help correct that. So, and I know the new iPhone app does have some correction for the wide angle, so you don't get that bowl effect. Also this year, we have picked up the brand new, well, this is brand new, but it's actually, I got it last Christmas as well, filming with the original one. This is the ShiftCam Pro Grip. I really do like this. This is light. It does have batteries in it as well, so it's a QI charger. You get your cold shoe, and on the other one I've actually run my cables down through, because normally my Rode is all hooked right up here. And the nice thing about this and this is you can put it in your pocket still. It looks a little goofy with all the microphones, obviously, but you can put it in your back pocket, so if you need your hands, you can do that. Now, this also has a 1/4-20 at the bottom, so you can use it on a tripod, or, put it on a GorillaPod, and, hook it somewhere so you can kind of sit it down. But it does kind of sit nice. Plus, this one rotates, because the idea is that it's also kind of like a stand. Now, this handle is brand new. I haven't really adjusted it yet. So you can actually put your phone in there and have it like a docking station. Nice thing too is with all the cold shoe mounts, you can add a light. And this is the Joby. Very bright, very heavy. Lasts pretty decent time though. USB-C charging, but you have to use the cable they give you, because if you use one you get with your cell phone, it won't charge. For some reason, it won't charge. But for doing like adventurous type things like abandoned places, the turnpike and whatnot we've done, I had like 4 lights running. And with this type of kit, you have so many mounting points for lights. But getting into lights, I just tested this out last night with this kit, but nice thing is ShiftCam came out with the whole new snap grip system where it's magnetizable. And if you wanted to use it as selfie, you also have a selfie light. And there's a mirror so you know you're in frame if you're using the back camera, so you can kind of see yourself, which nice little feature. This is the new snap grip system. And this is all set up to work together. So I have the snap light, I have the snap cold shoe mount, and I actually have one of the plates that came with it, so you can hook it to an Android phone if you wanted to. So you can snap and snap, and you got a whole little ecosystem here. Now, if you're using the cold shoe mount, the light's going to be kind of obscured a little bit, but you might want to use both. But if you have microphones or something else, microphone would be about the only thing you'd really want to use on there. But this is like when you start putting accessories on the back of this, it's going to lose the pocketability. Right now, just in this form, and with the Pro Max, honestly, it fits just. So, and even though it has the extra magnets, it still spins a little bit. The idea is that it can spin. There we go. I think with the smaller devices, like the Flip 4 and stuff, because I have a magnetic case on the back of it, this overhangs more, so you're not touching your screen. This is the problem I've had with the Pro Max, is that it's literally touching when I'm doing like the back camera, my hand is over the screen, and I've changed my zoom. So I try to use the back cameras as much as possible. So this is more for like a quick fix. You just want a trigger button. So, you know, taking pictures and whatnot. Nice little handle, quick, easy to install, and as long as you have a MagSafe case, or even this, it fits right in here so that you can magnetize it to the phone and have another trigger button if you want to get rid of all this. And it does come with the snap pod, which I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not too impressed with the magnetization, the way this works. The magnets are, I've had it pop loose. Maybe from the grip, from this it might not so much, but from the back of your phone, it doesn't seem to hold the greatest. I've already dropped my phone once today with it. This actually is 2 pieces. So if you wanted to use just the top piece to put your phone on a tripod, you can. So it gives you the tripod ability. Or even like a Gorilla Pod. And the other problem I'm having with it is I have this thing as tight as I can make this, and this is still able to move around. So with the amount of weight I have here, it's not going to be very sturdy. This does loosen up. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it any tighter in the future, but that's not the best design in my opinion. I mean, it's nice that you can kind of angle it, but the weight's going to pull it the other way from you. So, alright, so that's just a few of the mounting options you have in case, you know, for shooting and filming to make control a little bit easier. Nice thing is this does come with a nice pouch. So does this one, but once you put the cold shoe on, it won't fit. Yeah. So that does not come installed when you get it. Once you put that on, that doesn't fit in the case for some reason. They didn't cut it out for it. But this is a nice little pouch to keep it protected, throw it in your bag, and if you need it, you can just pull it out, throw it on the back of your phone, shoot some photos, do some videos, as long as you're not using the back camera for, you know, vlogging purposes, like talking to the camera. Price points, this kit here, minus the whole Rode system, was like $87. So now lenses and stuff, you get into extra costs for the lenses. The ShiftCam system, I know they're running a sale right now. My kit was a Kickstarter order, so I didn't pay even half of what they're asking for right now. I think this is like $530 for the Pro Grip, the ShiftCam, the Snap Grip, and all the accessories. I'm not sure that this may be extra on that. I would have to look at that again on the website. This was an add-on in the Kickstarter as well. And I thought, well, what the hell, just have it. That way, if I need to, for some reason, throw that on there, and I'd have it on my phone. I could use it just like that. Here's how easy it is to install. And since I want to film the other one, so you just put your phone in, just slides right down, and locks. So if you want to keep this kit together and just be willing to change cases, or if you're crazy and you want to use your phone naked, you can do that. Alright, so let's plug in my wire. Let's go. Now, there's one thing, you know, there's other microphone systems out there, but I've invested too much money already in the Rode Wireless Go system to make the change. I feel like they're compact enough. They do last a really long time for my use. I wish there was something that was a little more automatic, like as soon as you started talking, it would know and start recording. Because powering on, powering off is can be a hassle, especially if you were to forget. But you have a nice little shooting rig here. Now, because I have the second handle, if I ever do any long shooting, you can add the other handle to the top side of the device, and you'd have 2 handles. You see this a lot in their advertisements and stuff. Since they had another one, bless you, Mateo. My little min pin is sneezing his brains out. Allergic to the world. Alright, real quick, let me just show you what we got going on here. So that is the Flip 4. The nice thing about the Pro Grip is the fact that it is pretty universal with phones, with the exception of Sony. Sony does not work with the control. So that's how That guy is set up. Shown this many times in my vlogs. And like I said, I run my cables down through the handle here. So I have both the USB-C cable and I have the lightning cable, which is dangling down here somewhere. There it is. The only thing I wish they would do, and I actually hook this cable up backwards the way this hooks up. So this is the end that's supposed to go into the road, but because it's USB-C, it works both directions. The nice thing here is, let me go to the ultra-wide so it's not so blurry. Because this little indentation, it sits in there nice. With the iPhone cable, you can see I'm getting a twist to it from hooking it in. I've already broken 2 of these cables. One, the phone fell and it ripped it, and then my older one, the next one, actually from being put in and out of this system like this, it actually broke the rubber and the wires are showing. Still works, but I had to buy extras just so I could do it. But yeah, so I mean, this is a nice little system for whatever device you may have, because these cages are specific to device and to your model. What you doing, little boy? You sneezing your brains out while I'm filming a video? Yeah? Okay. It's like, Dad, what in the hell is that? Alright, so we haven't tested. Let's see here. I think the 18mm is the better of the 2 evils here. Sorry. Gotta line you up. Gotta line you up. Okay, so now we're on the 18mm lens. I'm pretty sure that should be right. Yep. And I really want to see if the stabilization this year is any better with the wider angle lenses, because it would definitely be nice if they'd start working. So I didn't clean them, so I apologize if there's anything smudges. Let's just pull you off, that way you get an idea of what the difference is. Now this year Apple did change the focal length on the main camera from 26 to 24, so it's a little bit better. And then we lock on the 170-degree lens, which you're probably seeing a lot more and probably getting some fisheye. But we're going to go out today, dogs and I think I'm alone because I haven't heard back from Tim, but I might play around a little bit with the lenses just to check stabilization. So if it's really, really bad, I won't put it in. If it's decent, I'll include it. Might include a little bit just so you guys get an idea of what I'm talking about with movement affecting these lenses. And I'll pull out my filter system. I have 2 different filters that I had gotten. This one here is a CPL and ND filter. And in order to attach it, which is not the strongest system in the world, they have made new generations, but I'm not sure with this new back plate. I'm going to have to straighten this out a little bit more, but this is the Moondog Lab adapter. It is a 52mm set up for the M-mount system. Hope you can see. It's got the little notches. And let me just pull this lens off. It looks like Tim is finally awake. Now, when you're doing this, because your main camera is your bottom camera. That's your telephoto and your ultra-wide. So when you're actually putting this filter on, though, you're going to use the telephoto mount spot and then just swing it in. It does seem to be working pretty good. And then you can hook other lenses if you want to dare that. But I just got it for filters. And they just thread in. And give your iPhone a pair of sunglasses. So yeah, that's still moving way more than it's supposed to, I think. But then you have your sliders for your ND filter. And if you can ever figure out how the circular polarizer works, the whole thing just spins. But this unit it got damaged in the initial usage. My filters are filthy, so. But you can actually add filters with this system as well. Kind of blends in with the new black case. That's what I like about this. This one here I like the design that they kind of cut in so it wasn't so sharp versus the square. But this one here doesn't have quite the bevels. It's supposed to be their thinnest, lightest case they've ever designed for this. And it does seem a bit smaller. I'm not going to lie. They seem to have downsized it in quite a bit. Well, maybe. But I do enjoy the new black look. It kind of looks sharper for filming. Alright. You can just undo that. Pop that back in its case so it doesn't get damaged. And the other one I have is just an ND filter, which never really worked all that well for me. This one goes to. I think this one has a wider range. Yeah, this goes up to 2 to 400. So you can go to jet black with this one. But here's the problem with this one, is it doesn't have a lock. So when you get to the max setting here, it keeps spinning. And that's problematic. And this does not work real well too if you're pocketing it. It catches. And then the whole system starts to just fall apart on you. But alright, so you got filters, you got lenses, you can do so many new little things with your iPhone from before. And if you don't want to go that route, you can always magnetize stuff to your phone. Or you have a universal grip that works with most phones. Like I said, Sony systems does not work with the shutter button on this, so there's really, it'll hold it, but you can't control it. You have to use their, $170 Bluetooth remote that is unhandy as all get out. But there you have it. All right, we are live at the park. We got Tim with a new haircut. I warned, Shane. And he's the one been drinking, I haven't. Oh, we're gonna give this guy a test.
Stop boxing me in.
Double vlog on Priya. Alright.
Pull my tail over here.
So Tim's got the ShiftCam with the Flip 4 running here with the full system, so which has done so much recording today, it's not funny. And I've got the SmallRig running with the entire system, so we are all audioed up too.
It's a rare sight, guys. CWV in action.
There you go. Yeah, really. And Tim vlogging. Can we get any stranger?
A side of Kurt you've never seen before.
A side of Priya you've seen a lot. You go back into a curve. Hook the camera to it.
Right.
Or the phone to it. Come on. Maybe.
See, here's the side you never really get to see. It's me being caught.
Yes, and now you've got me completely wrapped up. Thank you very much. Oh, I appreciate this. You love me so much, you're not going to let me run away. Yes, my little man. Oh, Priya, that hurts. Princess. Yo, Princess. Priya. Let's come back. Let's unwrap Daddy. Let's unwrap Daddy. There we go. Well, it's been a while, guys, so look at this guy. I just said to Tim, this is always the spot. Every time I get to this point, I'm always like, hey, look at this areas. You know, I feel like I should try the Cinema P3 app at 60 frames per second just for fun. And now that it finally turns over to Tim, Priya, do something fast. He's like, nah, I'm going to sniff. I'm going to stop. Yeah, I think they're just happy to get outside. You happy to get outside, buddy? You happy to get outside?
Great time for those flame sport shots because they have the wreaths
Oh, yeah.
on market.
So, last time we were here, I'm pretty sure that was the last time we were here, though, wasn't it? Or, because we did the dike then the next couple times.
Yeah, my hair got hacked.
Was the park, was the night walk in the middle of the night. That was a cool shot, though. I got some really, this tree here was in it. That tree there was in it. We had a good... Hey, finally the shutter decided to work. I don't know. Had some shutter issues with the Cinema P3 app. So we'll quit using that for a moment. Of course, it could be getting confused and connecting over to that system there, and it shouldn't. Are you in slow motion?
Oh, yes, I guess.
Happy Thanksgiving, puppy dogs. You're getting a turkey sandwich. Found them at the Sunoco station. So Priya might not have any left. I got 2, but I think they only need 1. Quite thick with a pretzel roll. Is that good, baby girl? Yeah. Alrighty, everybody. So right now I am using the Snap Grip light on the back of it, and it is brightening me up enough that it is not turning the flash on for the phone itself. And I have it on setting 2 right now. I just want to do a quick little test with this, because that is quite convenient to have that there. Obviously, because the light is in your eyes, the mirror is worthless right now. It was kind of another test I haven't done yet. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope if you celebrate, you had a great Thanksgiving and you were safe. I'm sure a lot of you heard about what happened in Virginia the other night in a third shift Walmart. I guess one of the team leads walked in with a gun and killed 6 people, including him, and then the 7th person was himself, and injured many others. It's makes no sense. I don't know. But I do appreciate you guys a lot. I want to thank Tim tremendously for coming out on Thanksgiving and helping me out. We didn't quite do as much as I planned on doing, but I really didn't give him the game plan, and I really didn't have one. So it was, you know, at least we got to hang out for a little bit. He did film a little bit for me, which was great. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Tim. We're gonna get together. We're gonna do more. I guarantee it. I might end up having him actually film with his S21 at some point. But thanks for watching. Have a great night, and I will see you tomorrow.